and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Miami Dolphins and the Detroit Lions. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll start on the ground with Swift. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down. This defense for the Dolphins, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
They'll try and run here with Swift.
It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get him the first.
The Lions at 500 and 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
He'll buy some time right. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead at 7-0. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. But ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. First carry for the rookie from Georgia. It's James Cook.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 38 yards on the scamper there.
Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
They run again on first down. Cook. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
It was Chris Board in on the tackle. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Throwing now is Lance. They complete it to Hill. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
10 seconds.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance.
Looking for the end zone.
And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give him 12 yards there. The Dolphins have a 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Lance.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker.
And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. Their tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. That's Byron Jones breaking up that play before it could really get started.
Running the ball can be a struggle in this part of the field. In fact, it's a perfect spot for defenders to pin their ears back and try and work upfield, and then capture him for a loss.
And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. And this will go out of bounds, and my goodness, he didn't even get that thing to the 30. First down, here's the run with Cook.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
His first carry in their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And he'll take this one down near the 15.
on 2nd and 9. Lance. Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose.
And this is scooped up by the Lions. And now off to the races down the right side. He's at the 40. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Goff rolling to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a 1st down. Well done. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now a 1st down throw. Goff. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there. And now they're looking at it.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Goff now looking to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff.
And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now Goff taps this forward. That's a jet sweep. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. They'll try it now with Swift. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. Right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw, it's Lance. They're going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Well, for Trey Lance, not only was he the youngest quarterback in the 2021 draft class, but many say he had the strongest arm too, and he showed it off here. On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
And Lance again going to keep it.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Lance now to throw.
And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Dolphins are back within a score.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make our score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And they are winners of 2 straight games as they've climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know this can be a tough team to figure out some.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there for Detroit. 63 yards.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Goff now to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And now look at him go. 30. 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
So they had a good drive going, a chance to build on this first half lead, but now you kind of feel like we got a new ball game.
And you wonder what the discussion will be now at halftime, because I think we were headed towards 1. Now it's a different discussion altogether. One side optimistically, the other side wondering what could have been.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Nwangwu now from his end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Goff now looks to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I'll think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To the air again. Goff. And incomplete. He dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Second and 10. Goff again. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. The sack there by Bradley Chubb. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. .31 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Dolphin football.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive, as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Now a play fake. Lance. Got a man. It's Breshad Perriman. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
2nd and 1 at the 36-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Lance. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that's gonna be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Lance looking to throw it. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
First down.
Lance now on first down.
Gets this one to Hill. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Again, it's Lance.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee, and that's...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half, because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Makes the score Dolphins 21, Lions 14.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line.
65 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. In motion, Hill.
On play action, Lance. Quick hitter to Jalen Waddle. Down inside the 10.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Jalen Waddle
32 yards.
And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Nwangwu now from his end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The 40. Kene Nwangwu. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Lions. It's been a back-and-forth game. A lot of points on the board. And that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. On third and long, it's Lance. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Cedric Wilson, 78 yards. And the Dolphins get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
Forced out to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field.
Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
They start the drive with Cook. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And even 100 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, where they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Lance. Eluding the pressure right. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins take a 3-touchdown lead. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's gone. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. With Goff and Williams hooking up there for a Lions first. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit.
Goff throwing again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Lions 21.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Goff a handoff here to Swift.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Goff.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now it's Goff. Flush to his right. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it.
And the Dolphins will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it. I'd think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
154 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football, because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On 2nd and goal, Lance.
That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami.
Jalen Waddle, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year.
And the Dolphins are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
Sanders on for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Dolphins 49, Lions 21.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Nuwanger now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Lions
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On second down, Swift fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. This offense so far on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. He's airing it out for Williams. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for Detroit. 47 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
From the gun, here's Swift. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Hey, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Oh, look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. And he brought down just shy of the 40.
Right, 17 yards. First down, Miami.
Option play. Here's Cook. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. That one looks like he'll throw here. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Touchdown, Miami.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Nwangu now from his end zone.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think.
He's got a man, complete.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. Now gone. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.